I think a lot of people, at least this is what I hear, is that they don't feel so alone in this world and in the environment that they work in, because it can be very lonely, and we don't admit that and we don't talk about it. But it's important, because at the end of the day, why do people come here? Why do people come to the House of Beautiful Business? Because they want to feel less alone.
So now I have Monika with me, who is the head of communications at the house. Hi Monika, welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. So Monika, what is your description of beautiful business? How you describe it?
I would say beautiful business has no definition, first of all. It can come in various forms, and it depends on how you as a company also define the values and the principles of it. I think there are some ethical and also emotional, aesthetical principles that are underlying all of this, meaning that with beautiful, we mean, if we say that, more inclusive, more diverse, more ecologically, more socially conscious, and more just, right? And also, I think, making sure that business as a whole has a different role in society, because it has so much impact on individual lives, but also how we as a collective move forward, and what kind of issues we want to, see unfold and progress and solve. So that is my very unspecific answer to your question, because I think the point of beautiful business is to find out what is beautiful and what is currently also beautiful, so that changes in time.
At the end, the beauty is also subjective, right? So every
Exactly.
organization needs to find their own way of, let's say, doing their business beautifully.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we are always in the process of redefining and new defining this, what beautiful is, because we are able, for example, if you compare it now to last year, to identify the issues that have been underlying our systems very deeply and have always been there all this time, but now come to the forefront also for the mainstream and sort of the mass recognition of people who are realizing, okay, this is clearly not working, and this is not how we want to move forward. So what does that mean? Beautiful, yeah.
And we will come to that point about let's say, this corporate mindset as well. But before that, can you describe us what does Lisbon Gathering mean to you? So what is the Lisbon Gathering of Hearts of Beautiful Business, and what expectations should people have when coming here?
They can come with all of the expectations in the world, and they should just expect that these will probably not be met. But in the opposite, actually, they'll be experiencing things that are new, that are unknown, that might also feel uncomfortable, but in a sense that make you grow. Because I think the space where we actually learn and grow and outgrow our current self is when things get a little bit complicated or are a little bit counter what you usually feel, what you usually hear, so that you don't, stay within the echo chambers and the bubbles that we all live in. Of course, no one is excluded of that. So I think that, and the Lisbon Gathering is, it's at the core and the soul of how the House of Beautiful Business came about. So starting as an event every year, gathering people really just as an experiment, as an experiment to see who resonates with that, who will be, joining and coming back to the house and inviting more people. And I think we've now grown this also due to last year's virtual programming and all of the stuff that we tried out online, to really grow it to a community. And here now with Concrete Love, I feel it's very different now, because I feel there is now a foundation that is building and that is structural of the house as a whole.
Yeah. And you have been doing these gatherings for a time right now, and how do you think these personal inspiration, personal emotions are really converted into the daily life of the individuals, into an impact? How do you think this is happening after this amazing weekend?
So first, I think it starts with becoming more conscious of, if you talk about personal, about the personal level, of what are the what are the things that I need to work on? You know, what are the decisions that I need to make before actually jumping into solutions or actions like downloading an app or signing up for a program, rather being in the moment of becoming more conscious of what are the things that I can start with and that I choose to do. So making that decision, I think, is on the forefront of what's happening. And at the same time, I think a lot of people, at least this is what I hear, is that they don't feel so alone anymore in this world, in the environment that they work in, because it can be very lonely, and we don't admit that, and we don't talk about it because it's considered, you know, negative or not socially accepted in that form, and it's dangerous, especially in the corporate context. But it's important because at the end of the day, why do people come here? Why do people come to the House of Beautiful Business? Because they want to feel less alone. They want to connect. They want to learn, yes, and they want to grow, and they want to do their businesses better and more beautiful and different. And they want provocation and inspiration. But also on a very deep level, I do believe that, is that they crave intimacy, and intimacy with and surrounded by business topics and relevance of what is currently happening in the world is what matters the most, I think.
And if you were to describe this full weekend in just one word, what would it be for you?
One word? Love.
Wow. Perfect. Thank you very much, Monika, for your time, and we are already looking forward to our next gathering.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.